Welcome. I'm Barbara. I'm going to guide you through our gentle yoga practice this morning. I'm so glad that you can join me. Please start by finding a comfortable seated position. If sitting on the floor with your legs crossed is awkward or uncomfortable for you, I invite you to maybe gather a blanket or a few folded towels to put underneath your sitting bones, to lift your sitting bones and soften in your hips. Someplace where you can feel comfortable and sitting upright and tall. Let the arms just rest comfortably on your thighs or in your lap. Take a moment to find your posture extending through the spine, and welcome yourself to your practice. These are very unusual times. Our world seems to be upside down and unrecognizable to us. One of the ways that our yoga practice can help alleviate, assist in our feelings of fear and anxiety and isolation is to turn our attention to our body, the sensations of our body, the connection to our ground, and the rhythm of our breathing. So that being said, allow the eyes to softly close. Take a deep breath in through the nose, nice and slow. Try not to grasp for the breath. A little pause at the top of your inhale and slowly relax your jaw and let the breath just fall out. As the breath releases, begin to connect to that strong feeling of groundedness through your hips and your legs. Inhale again through the nose, nice and long and slow. Full and deep. Relax the jaw. Exhale, let all that breath fall right out. Again, inhale, gather all the threads of your awareness. And as you exhale, sink down into your body. Feel the sensations of your body, the heaviness of your body. Again, 2 more breaths. Inhale, full and deep. Exhale, down into your body. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm and just notice. Take a moment to check in and notice how you feel. Physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever you feel is valid. Just watch your breath as it is. Dropping your right ear over to your right shoulder. Allow the left shoulder to feel heavy, falling away. Inhale, bring the head back up to center. Exhale, drop the left ear over to the left shoulder, letting the right shoulder feel heavy. Inhale, back to center. One more time, over to the right. Take the right hand, sweep it across the chest. Maybe rest it on the top of the shoulder, just feeling that gentle weight. Find a slightly deeper stretch across the side of the neck, the top of the shoulder. Come back to center, release the arm, and exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Sweep that left arm across the chest, hand rests on the shoulder, gently drawing it down and away. And come back to center. And take a moment here to find some bobblehead movements in the neck, in the head. Maybe draw big circles in the sky with your nose. Notice any feelings of tension or tightness in your shoulders or jaw or your neck. Open your mouth wide. Stretch the muscles in your face and relax the muscles in your face. And then take the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Let's begin to find movement through the shoulders. And then taking the shoulders back and up and forward and down a few times. And come right back to center. Readjust your posture. Sitting nice and tall, stacking each vertebrae on top of the other. The back of the head move back in space slightly. Release the arms by your side, beginning to bring movement to your breath. On your inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Touch the palms overhead. And exhale, draw the palms together at heart center. We'll do that 2 more times. Relax the arms. Inhale, sweep them out, stretching wide, gathering all the energy around you and drawing it right down into heart center. And last time, to sweep the arms out and up, hold the arms up in the air, reach through the tips of the fingers, and exhale, bend the elbows nice and wide into goalpost. So your elbows are in line with your shoulder and the fingers pointing up. And a little lift through the low belly to support the spine. And on your inhale, take those arms way back behind you, lift and open your chest. And on your exhale, draw the forearms towards one another. And you can find a slight rounding through the spine. Let the chin drop towards the chest, and the pelvis can tip back. Then inhale, take the forearms wide, arms reach back, lift and open the chest, rock to the front edge of your sitting bones. And exhale, slight rounding through the spine as you draw the forearms together. And one more time, inhale, open. Just connecting movement to breath. Exhale, forearms together. Good. Take the arms nice and wide. Come back into neutral in the spine. Release the right arm down. Take a side bend to the right. Reaching that left arm out and over. Rooting down through the left sitting bone as you reach away with the left fingertips. Inhale, come back up into those goalpost arms. Exhale, take a side bend to the left. Reaching out and away. Back to goalpost arms. And then one more time, over to the right, reach away. This time, press down through that right arm, hand firmly pressing into the earth. And if you choose, find some rotations through the neck, gazing down at your right fingertips, rotating the head, looking up under that arm. Do something that feels good to you. Remember that nothing is expected or required in this practice. We're joining to feel good. Inhale, come back up to center, arms wide, and exhale to the other side. So soft bend in the left elbow, but pushing into the floor to curve the spine over to the left. Nice active right arm, and then you can explore some rotations through the neck, looking down and looking up, if that feels good to you. Bring the head back to center. Rise all the way up. Keep the arms in goalpost arms. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, we're going to rotate to the right by contracting those abdominal muscles. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rotate to the left, keeping the arms wide. You may not turn as much as you think you should, and that's fine. Inhale, back to center. One more time, right and left. Over to the right. See everything along the way. Stay present. Exhale, over to the left. And back to center. Take the arms behind you, fingertips to the floor. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift your chest as if you're shining the light coming from your heart space up to the ceiling, gazing up. Big breath in. Good. And then on your exhale, bend into the elbows and release the legs. Yeah, feet to the floor and rock the knees from side to side. And then when you are ready, we're going to roll all the way over onto our hip and take your legs behind you and find your tabletop pose. So we start in our neutral tabletop with the wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and the toes pointing straight back behind us. Your index finger will point to the top of the mat, so your wrist crease is aligned with the top of the mat. Find your neutral spine here. So our spine has natural curves, it's not flat. Tailbone reaching back, crown of the head reaching forward. We don't want to drop the head down, so that your gaze is just past the edge of your mat. Good. And on your inhale, drop the spine and open your chest into our cow, lifting the sitting bones, lifting your gaze forward. On your exhale, you have the option. You can round through the spine, or if you've got some thinning bones and are mindful of that, we don't want to round in the upper back. Then we'll take the hips way back and get a longer stretch, moving down through the entire spine. And we'll move between those two poses with our breath. Inhale, drop the spine, open your chest. And exhale, a slight rounding. You can release the chin towards the chest. Inhale, spinal extension, lift your gaze. Exhale, a spinal flexion, drawing the hips back. Stay here. Plant your hands firmly on the mat. On your next inhale, draw the hips over to the left and come forward, making a circular motion clockwise. Exhale, take your hips back to the right and back towards your heels. And just continue this clockwise motion as if you're making big circles with your hips around your knees. And then again, this is your practice. So do something that feels good to you. Maybe the circles are small, maybe they're big. And find some movement through your spine, your shoulders, your head. You can make this as soft and squishy as you like. The next time the hips come back to the heels, we'll change directions. Moving with the breath, bring your hips to the right and forward. And exhaling to the left and back. So we're moving in a counterclockwise motion. It may feel different. Stay connected to the feeling of the earth beneath you, even the texture of the mat beneath your hands, the tops of the feet grounded. When our world is upside down, we want to feel a firm connection to the earth. The next time the hips go back, we'll pause there and rise up to all fours once again. Please extend your right leg back behind you. Curl the toes under and take a moment to stretch through that right leg. So press back into the heel, getting that nice stretch on your calf and your Achilles, and then roll through the foot to your tippy toes, stretching the bottom of the foot, that plantar fascia, the tendons under the toes. Now stay present. Notice whatever you feel here. And then come forward so the shoulders are right over the wrists. We don't want to pour the weight into the wrists, so find a little bit of gripping into your mat with your fingertips. That will help turn on the muscles in your arms. On your inhale, lift that right leg hip height. So we want to rotate the toes pointing straight down so the pelvis is square. Yeah. Flex the foot and reach back actively as if you want to press on the wall behind you. On your next inhale, lift the heel another inch or two as you lift your gaze. And on your exhale, pull the knee in towards the belly, but keep your gaze forward and your chest open. Our tendency is to round here. We want to target those lower abdominal muscles. Inhale, extend the leg, press back, flex the foot. Exhale, point the toe, pull the knee in towards the belly. Movement and breath. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, pull it in. And the next time we send the leg back, we're going to pause there and find some balance in this unbalanced time. So rooting down through that right arm. Some of you may just extend that left arm forward and come to fingertips. Others may reach the arm forward with the thumb up in our opposite limbs balance. Rooting down to the limbs connected to the floor and extending and activating the limbs that are lifted. Take another deep breath in. Good. On your exhale, lower that left hand, gently lower the right toes, and rotate that right leg open. Bring the sole of the foot to the floor. Kick the left shin back for balance. Press down through that left arm and sweep that right arm open. Chest open and broad, hips forward, and the back of the head back in space. Be careful that the head's not dangling. And an extension of the spine. Reach up through the fingers, take a big breath in, and then rotate that right arm to face the top of your mat and reach overhead. Full side body stretch here. From the outside edge of that right foot all the way to the fingertips. Big inhale. And then begin to make some big circles with that right arm. And don't be in a hurry. Find full range of motion here. Reaching forward, and reaching down, reaching back. And feel how this motion stretches the body in different ways. Take one more breath, reach up. And then on your exhale, lower the right hand to the mat, release the right knee to the mat. Take the knees a little wider than the hips and sit the hips back on the heels into child's pose. You can stack your hands under your forehead or stack one fist on top of the other and rest your forehead. If you've got a pillow or a blanket, feel free to use that. Take a moment here to settle in. Feel connected to the earth, grounded. Find the rhythm of your breath, the sensations in your body. Notice the difference from right to left. And then on your next inhale, extend the arms forward, and we'll do all of that to the other side, coming up into all fours. So we'll start by extending that left leg back, toes curled under. Take a moment here to just press back into the heel and roll forward to the toes. Giving yourself what you need. We're not going through the motions. Notice what feels good, what may not feel right for you today, and please honor that. If you feel tired or sore or disconnected from your breath, you can always back out of whatever we're doing. Just rest. From here, press down into that right shin and lift the left leg up nice and high. Flex the foot and energize that leg. Hug the muscles onto the bones as you reach back. Chest is broad, gaze forward. There will always be opportunities to challenge yourself a little bit more as well if you feel like doing that. On your next breath in, lift the heel, lift your gaze. And on your exhale, pull that knee in towards the belly. Nice and strong. Keep the gaze forward, chest open. Inhale, send the leg back. Exhale, pull it in nice and tight. Inhale, send the leg back. Exhale, pull it in nice and tight. And extend that leg really long, preparing to balance here. So option, you can stay right here. You can extend the right arm forward, keep the fingers connected. Or you can float that right arm up, thumb up, gaze forward. Be careful not to sink the weight into that left shoulder. Push the floor away. And press down through everything touching the floor. And take another big breath in. Get as long as you can. And exhale, lower the right hand and lower the left toes. Rotate that left leg open, bringing the sole of the foot to the floor. And kick that right shin back for balance. Press downward and forward through that right arm. And sweep that left arm open. Hips move forward. Left shoulder moves back, shoulder blades drawing down the back. Take another breath here, feeling wide and expansive. One more breath. And then rotate that left arm, that top arm, to face the top of your mat and reach overhead. Pressing down into the sole of the foot and reaching away, opposite energies. Take another inhale. Begin to make some big circles with that left arm. full range of motion. And when we work from one side to the other, we notice that we're different one side to the other. We use our body differently, and that's okay. Our practice is just about noticing. And then after your next circle, lower that left hand to the mat, lower the left knee to the mat, walk the knees a little wider, and sit back into child's pose, taking a few breaths here. Feel the sensations in your body. Where do you feel the stretching sensation? Maybe any changes in body temperature or heart rate. Stay present, connected to the earth and the rhythm of your breath. On your next inhale, extend the arms forward and come up to all fours again. Curl your toes under. Look forward, breathe in. And on your exhale, begin to lift your knees and send your hips way back behind you as you push the floor downward and forward. Yeah, heels are heavy, but knees are bent deeply in this downward facing dog pose. On your next inhale, lower your knees, open your chest, look forward. Exhale, lift the knees, press back, downward facing dog. Lower the knees, look forward, breathe in. And exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then begin to walk the hands back towards your feet. Once the heels land, walk the hands up to your thighs. Lengthen your spine, look forward. Press down into the legs and rise all the way up to stand. Let your gaze go right past the edge of your mat and take a slow, mindful walk to the top of the mat. Coming into our mountain pose. Gaze is forward, relax the arms by your side, and take a moment to just step side to side, foot to foot, leg to leg. Feel the balance in your body and the connection to the earth beneath you. And then that stepping side to side, we'll just work into a little swaying motion. Feeling the outer edge of one foot, the inner edge of the other, and back across your feet. Like a walking meditation across the soles of your feet. And then begin to rock front to back. Yeah, so your gaze is forward, we're just feeling this in our body. Maybe a slight lift of the heels as you rock forward, and lift of the toes as you rock back. And then find that place right in the center. Press down through the legs, hug the muscles of the legs onto the bones, roll the shoulders back and down, and lift up, extend through the spine and the crown of the head. Equally grounded into the earth and reaching upward towards the sky. Take a big breath in here, and a nice long breath out. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And again, exhale, draw the hands together, heart center. Release the arms, inhale, sweep them out and up. This time, take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Press down into your left leg and extend that left arm up. Give it a little tug and take a side bend to the right. So pressing down a little more firmly into that left leg, the hips can shift over to the left. Your head is right between your upper arms. One more breath. So you will stay here at the top of your mat. I'm going to step back and face forward so you can see me a little better. On your next inhale, please sweep the arms up overhead, touch the palms. Exhale, draw the hands together in front of the heart. Again, release the arms, inhale, sweep up. This time, take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and fully extend through that left side of the body. And exhale, take a side bend to the right. A gentle tug on that left arm as you root down more firmly into your left leg. Take a full breath in here Breathing into the left side ribs, side waist, and inhale, come back up to center, and release the arms back by your side. Feel the difference, right to left. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Take a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Inhale, extend through that right side and ground actively through that right leg as you reach out and over to the left. The ears are right between the upper arms. Take a big breath in. Notice, where do you feel the sensation of stretch through that right side of the body? And then inhale, come back up to center and release the arms by your side. Take the feet a little wider, maybe hips width distance apart. Bend your knees, drop the hips nice and low, and we'll find our chair pose, Utkatasana or fierce pose. So find a chair pose that feels good to you. The hands can be together at heart center. You can reach the arms forward, or you can reach the arms up by your ears. With the arms slightly rotated open, so the shoulders are drawing down the back and the chest is open. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, sweep the arms back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, reach back. Ground through the heels, sit down nice and low. Inhale, forward. Exhale, reach back. Last time, inhale, forward, press into the legs, rise up, reach up, be a slight lean back. And exhale, release the arms by your side. Sweep the arms behind the back. Bring the hands to your sacrum with the fingers pointing down. Draw your elbows together and gently press the flesh down to lift and open the chest. So again, finding that space, that light shining from our heart space, drifting up where the wall and the ceiling meet in front of you, and your gaze open towards the sky. Take one more inhale. And exhale, release. From here, we're going to find our chair pose again. Maybe not quite as deep, a soft chair pose. And we'll, with the hands on the hips, we're going to straighten that right leg and lift the left heel so the toes are connected. And then sit back down into your chair pose, sweep the arms forward. So 3 things are happening at once. On your inhale, we straighten the left leg, lift the right heel, hands to hips. Exhale, sit it back down into your chair. Inhale, left heel. Exhale, chair. Just shifting our weight side to side, feeling firm connection to the earth beneath us. So if you choose to challenge yourself a little bit more, on your next inhale, lift the left knee and sit it down into your chair. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, chair. I'm coming to the top of the mat here. Inhale, left knee. This time, hold that left knee up. And very gracefully, see if you can step that left foot way back on your mat. Release the heel, let the toes turn out slightly, and bend into that right knee, and we'll be in our Warrior One pose with the pelvis and the chest forward towards the top of the mat. Sweep the arms forward and up. Nice long stretch through the side body, reaching up through the arms. Good. Back leg is firmly connected to the earth. Gather the hands together in front of the heart. On your inhale, straighten the front leg. Come back into the goalpost arms, lifting your chest. And moving with the breath. Exhale, palms together, bend into the front knee. Inhale, press down, straighten the front leg, lift and open the chest. Wide arms. Exhale, palms together, Warrior One. Inhale, lift and open the chest. And exhale, back into Warrior One. Pause here. From here, we're going to gently shift our weight onto our front leg. Keep the chest lifting up into the thumbs, your gaze forward. And you could be on just toes on the back leg. You can stay right here, finding some balance and strength in that front leg. Or if you choose to challenge yourself, you can begin to lift that back leg and straighten the front leg into Warrior 3 pose. Wherever you are, take another breath here. And then bend both knees, pull that left knee into the chest, set the heels down, and find your chair pose. Straighten both legs, lift up, reach up, and exhale, arms by your side. Take a moment, notice how you feel. The rhythm of your breathing, the sensation, your physical body, and your firm connection to the earth. Again, starting the same thing, take the feet a little bit wider and find a nice easy chair here. So I'm going to face forward this time. Sweep the arms forward and up. Inhale, hands to hips, lift the right heel, come up to your toes as you straighten the left leg. Remember, 3 things happening at once. Exhale, chair. Inhale, left heel lifts, straightening the right leg. Exhale, chair. Inhale, right. Allow your gaze to just rest on a spot on the wall or the floor in front of you. It helps to calm the nervous system when we soften our gaze. Yeah. And this time, maybe that right knee floats up, balancing on the left leg. Exhale, chair. Inhale, left knee lifts. Exhale, chair. And this time that right knee is going to lift, and we're going to hold here. And then gracefully step that right foot way back. Leg back, release the right heel down, the toes turn out slightly. Put the hands on the hips, square the hips to the front of the mat, and find that nice bend in the front knee. So one leg is bent, one leg is straight, but they're both working equally. Sweep the arms up by the ears and reach towards the sky. Take another full round of breath here. Equally grounded and lifted. And then gather the hands together in front of the heart to begin to flow into our dancing warrior. Inhale, straighten the front leg, elbows wide, goalpost, lift the chest. Exhale. Palms press, knee bends. Inhale, right leg stays straight. Exhale, palms press. Last one, inhale, lift. And exhale, palms press. From here, we begin to shift our weight onto that front leg. Go slowly. Peel off the right toes. Maybe the tippy toes are connected. The chest is lifted up into the thumbs, the gaze is forward. Feel free to stay right here. Maybe explore straightening that left leg. Maybe explore lifting that right leg behind you. Wherever you are, take a breath. And then soft bend in the knees, pull that right foot forward, step it down next to the left, back into your chair. Press down into the legs, lift and reach. And exhale, return the arms by your side in your mountain pose. Close your eyes and check in. Physical sensations, tingling in your muscles, change in your body temperature. Whatever's showing up for you. Let the eyes open. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips. We're coming all the way down. Keep your gaze forward so we don't drop the head. Fingertips come to the floor and walk your legs back. Lower your knees, coming into all fours. And we're going to walk our hands forward of the shoulders. Shift the shoulders over the wrists, and the chest is nice and open. The belly is engaged to support the low back. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows straight back and lower halfway down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, halfway down. Building some strength. Inhale, push it up. And this time lower all the way down to your belly. Take a moment, you can stack your hands under your forehead and let the body settle. Reach back through your legs, point the toes back so we're nice and long, and feel your breath. And then walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Toes are pointing straight back, and then slide the hands back even more so they're by your ribs. Squeeze the elbows in nice and tight so we feel some engagement between the shoulder blades. The forehead may float up off the mat here an inch or so. So the arms are like little wings. Press down through the tops of the feet. Inhale. Lift your chest, gaze forward, baby cobra pose. Keep the elbows squeezing in. And on your exhale, lower down, turn your head to the right, releasing the left cheek to the mat. Inhale, come back to cobra pose. Gaze forward. Exhale, turn your head to the left, right cheek down. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, left cheek down, head turns right, keep your legs nice and strong. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, turn your head to the left, release here, extend the arms back behind you, palms up, and let the shoulders drop forward. Just take a breath here to recover. And then when you're ready, bring the forehead back to the mat and rotate the palms down. So the palms of the hands are on the mat, legs are active. Lift the fronts of your shoulders up away from the mat to engage the space between the shoulder blades. And then on your inhale, lift your chest and your head. Your shoulders are already lifted, so the chest is broad. Lift your legs up off the mat, pointing the toes back. And then float the arms up into locust pose, reaching back actively through the toes and the fingers and forward through the crown of the head and the space in front of the heart. Pull back, body engaged. Take one more breath. And exhale, lower everything down, forehead to the mat. We're going to go up again 2 more times. Inhale, start with your shoulders. Lift your chest, gaze forward. Float the legs. Float the arms. Take a big breath in, lift everything up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Start with the shoulders. Lift the chest and the head. Lift your legs. Float the arms. Take a breath to lift everything up, away from the earth. And exhale, settle back down. Turn your head to the right this time. Roll the palms up. Release the left cheek. Let it go. Feel your body breathing as your belly and chest press into the earth. When you feel ready, you're going to roll right over onto your back. Just turning right over on your mat. If you have some comfort items, you can have them close by. Once you come to your back, please bend your knees and bring the soles of the feet to the floor and the arms by your side. Feel your back body connected to the earth. Notice the gentle curves in your spine, how the spine floats away from the floor in your low back, and again away from the floor in the back of your neck. Maintaining those curves. Walk the feet close enough in towards your sitting bones that you can stand down into your legs as we move through some dynamic bridge pose. On your inhale, press into the legs and lift the hips up off the mat. And then on your exhale, just lower the hips straight down. We don't want to roll through the spine. Again, maintaining that natural curve. Inhale, press down into the legs. Feel your heels connected to engage the backs of your legs and the toe mounds connected to keep the knee pointing forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. Just going to move with our breath. Tie the movement to your breathing. Inhale, lift. And exhale to feel grounded. We have 3 more. Feel free to sweep the arms up as you breathe in, reaching overhead, opening the chest, the whole front of the body. And exhale, everything lowers nice and slow and lands at the exact moment that the breath empties. Go slow here, like you're moving through water. Inhale, lift the hips, reach those arms. Exhale, lower everything down. One more time. Inhale, lift and reach. And this time on your exhale, just lower the hips. Keep the arms extended overhead. And then reach the legs long and find a full body stretch. Reach long, hug the muscles onto the bones. Reach as you breathe in. And then on your exhale, just relax the elbows and hollow out the belly. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale. Actively reach fingers and toes away from one another. And exhale, soften and release. And then lower the arms by your side and re-bend those knees. Walk the feet wide to the outer edges of your mat. And take the arms wide. They can be extended to the side or bent in those goalpost arms again. And then dropping both knees over to the left, let your gaze float over towards your right. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, knees drop to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, knees to the left, gaze to the right. This gentle spinal twisting. Inhale. Don't force or push. Exhale. You can do one more time side to side, but we'll hold for a breath. So next time your knees go to the left and your gaze to the right, pause there. Soften and release. Take a full breath in. Notice where you feel the stretching sensation associated with that full inhale. And soften, let it go. Inhale back through center. And take the knees over to the right. And we'll pause here, gaze to the left. Relax. Let the body feel heavy as you take a full breath in. Nice long breath out. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. And then gather the knees in towards the chest. You can wrap the arms around the front of the shins and give yourself a squeeze. Some of you may like to take the hands to your knees and just circle those knees around, making big circles, rolling around the perimeter of your sacrum, that bony plate at the base of your spine. If you're making some circular motions, maybe go in both directions. If you like a happy baby pose, taking the legs wide, reaching inside the legs for your ankles or your feet or your shins, rocking from side to side. Just take another breath here, doing something that feels good to you. There's no right or wrong. And then finally, one more time to pull those knees into the chest. And then extend the legs long. Any of your blankets or props to cover yourself with your blanket, or maybe rolling a blanket up underneath your knees or behind your head. Roll the legs in and out. Let them fall open. Roll the arms in and out. Allow the palms to roll open. Rock the head from side to side gently. Find that space where you feel balanced, equal from side to side. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open the jaw, sigh it out. Feel heavier into the earth. Relax the body. Notice all the points of contact of your back body into the floor and allow them to sink and get even heavier. Bring your awareness to your breath without changing it or controlling it, just watching your breath here, gentle wave-like motion. Inhale and the exhale is part of the same breath, just like the gentle wave that rolls in on the shore and back out again. Allow your body, your mind to completely rest. Come back to the movement of your breath. You can bend your knees once again, bring the soles of the feet to the floor and the hands on the body. One hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Just feel the breath moving beneath your hands. We're going to prepare to come back up and end our practice here, but feel free to stay in Savasana for as long as you like. You're already set up, comfortable in your home. I invite you to stay here for another 10, 15, or 20 minutes, or another restorative pose that feels good to you, or even sitting quietly in meditation. And roll over to your side. Continue by pressing the arms into the floor and coming back up to that seated position where we started. Rediscover your sitting bones beneath you, your connection to the earth. Extending the spine nice and tall. And soften the shoulders, relax your face. Be at ease here in the body. And then take a moment with your eyes closed and just notice how you feel from your practice. Any changes that may have taken place. This sense of ease and peace that we've created is always available to you. Find your breath, finding the connection to the earth, and tuning into the sensations in your body. Gather the palms together in front of the heart. Notice the moment that they touch. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And sigh the breath out. Thank you all so much for joining me. Namaste.